Good morning. Good morning. It is Saturday morning here. It is absolutely glorious. There are deer all over the place. They were in our backyard last night. They were in our front yard first thing this morning. We saw them on our walk. I mean, they're everywhere. I don't know if it's just that time of year or they're on the same schedule as us. I don't know, but there's deer everywhere. I had a long, intelligent conversation with one. I accidentally, on purposely, filmed it. It's at the end. But I thought today's the last day in this journal because I'm out of paper. I'm out of paper. This is the last spread. And I cannot tell you, I do believe I have conveyed the thought process of how much fun this has been. But I'm going to try to make my own flowers. This is a daylily that's by our front door. And this is bougainvilleas. We've had a bougainvillea almost every year. We have to buy them because they don't last through the winter. Even before we started going to the beach for the winter, they still don't last here. We've tried. My husband has tried. But, oh, my stomach's growling. I'm going to try to make my own flowers in the fashion of Rex Ray. Okay, here we go. Okay. I do need some yellow, and I just painted some paper. Some greens and some purplish colors, even though this is more magenta. Plus, I made some more last night. We got some really upsetting news. And neither one of us slept last night. I can't discuss it, but needless to say, we're slightly brain dead here. I do have some other options. Amazingly enough, that I was making on Procreate last night when I was not able to sleep. But I don't know if I'm going to use these today. However, I usually finish my projects at the end of the month. I go from the beginning to the end. I don't know why. It's something in my weird ADD brain slash type A brain. It's ADD slash type A. That I have to do a project for the length of a month, from beginning to end. However, obviously, this is not the end of the month. It's close, but it's not the end of the month. And I haven't decided if I'm going to start my next project on June 1st or tomorrow. I might start it tomorrow because it might need a couple pre-journal spread days. I might start it tomorrow. I also have a couple mosquito bites that time of year also. Anyhow, so let's see if some of this paper is dry. Not even in the slightest. Okay. I can use this also. Let's study this for a second. Okay, a bougainvillea leaf is kind of like the pod shapes that I've already been making. I mean, it could be this, sort of. A rounded, a pointy triangle shape. Pointy triangles. All right, let's focus on pointy triangles, but lots of them, little ones. And it's just the way you do this. All right, we're gonna do this like you do in quilting. We're gonna strip piece this. Who knows, maybe this spread takes 2 days. I don't know. If I don't finish it, we'll know this spread takes 2 days. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna do next. And these just kind of get all over the place in many different directions to form a blossom. Kind of like that right there. Oh-ho. Oh-ho. just let them do their own thing. Okay, let's cut out some more of these. And I'm thinking I might squeeze in a daylily. Okay. So what have I learned from Rex Ray? I have expanded my thought process on 4 shapes. I was a big circle girl the last 6 months, but I now have expanded that to other shapes. I have expanded and played with different color combos. Aliens have invaded my life. Aliens in the Mist. Oh my God, I love this. Okay. His... Oh, I love this. Is my husband home already? I love this. But now I need green for some stems and or leaves. And I painted some of these on Procreate last night just to see what they would look like once I printed them. And I kind of like them. I don't even remember what paintbrush I was using. But it was very abstract. Now I need a little bit of a... Okay, I need more green. I know that. I don't have to... I still want this to kind of look like a Rex Ray. But with a little bit of my rays. My rays and Rex Rays. Oh, man. All right, let's see if I have any more green paint. Oh, wait a minute. I think I have one other green stem. I do. I printed 2 of these. I was going to use them for something else, but... And I think I'm going to mix these around. They don't look like bougainvilleas, but they are abstract versions of bougainvilleas. And they might move around a little bit more once I start gluing them down. I guess I could have different sizes of these. Let's see. some of the oak leaf hydrangeas at the top of the hill, the deer plowed down last night. Down to like a foot tall. They were about 4 feet tall. They didn't have blossoms on them. The one that has blossoms is like right behind my car. But they are now down to nothing. And those got demolished, sort of, by the storm and all the trees that fell over. They fell on top of them. But they kind of had revived a little bit during we've had such a long spring that it was good for them to revive. But over the last 2 nights, they got unrevived. Okay, now I'm thinking this bright pink that I made the other day, I'm going to make some centers. Centers, not sinners. Okay. But because this is such thin paper, and I know my paper cutter, I'm going to do it in layers. See if that doesn't help the situation. Although this one is better than that big one. Yeah. Ooh, I smushed my flowers. Okay, let go. Actually, should be this really small one. Oh, this reminds me of the paper that you used to have with printers, and it was dot matrix stuff. This is what this reminds me of. Am I showing my age? Perhaps. You had to get that stupid paper lined up, and then you had to pull all the edges off. I thought I did more than that, but maybe I didn't. Okay, let's see now. I don't know if this screams bougainvillea or not, but it screams fun. Oops. The heron was on the dock this morning while we were drinking coffee, and there was a fisherman going by, and we could hear him talking to the heron. It's all the wildlife is moving around right now. All right, I need one more little tiny pink dot. Oh, here's one right here. Okay. Where'd it go? Oh, it's upside down. I don't know if this screams Rex Ray at first glance, but it will maybe be better once I glue it. And I didn't want it to be exact. I mean, I don't want it to be. And, okay, I'm going to glue. This might take a minute because it's intricate. Why don't I glue this and come back? Rather than you watch me glue. Well, I don't know. I can ramble. Would you like me to ramble? Okay. I hear you. You say yes. Ramble. Please ramble. Because everything you say makes such good sense. I hope you do know I'm being sarcastic. Half the time I don't know what I'm talking about. And half the time I just like to hear myself talk. I think that's quite evident. You know why? Because I was incredibly shy as a young person. Incredibly shy. To the point where in school, my mom and dad made me get a job so that I would, first of all, I could buy my own Nikes. The sky blue ones that I wanted. And the white coat with the fur trim around the hood. And I would have to talk to people. And I've been talking ever since. And when I tell people that today as an adult, they're like, no way. I'm like, yeah, I was painfully shy. Like my friend that was just here last month, she knows. And her daughter's like, does she ever shut up? Micheline's like, oh, not now. She used to never talk. And it wasn't like I was, you know, refusing to talk. I was just like, just don't look at me. I want to be in the background. Just I wore a coat every day. Never took it off the entire year of 6th grade. A Sherlock Holmes coat. So much so that I was Sherlock Holmes for Halloween. I was very, very painfully shy. And, I mean, you don't see my face now. There's a reason for that. There's many reasons. One is I might break the camera. And two, I'm protecting my husband's anonymity for his business. Okay, that's kind of like how I want them to look. I just would like to be one of those YouTubers that you don't have to see her face or their face. I'm pretty sure this is what Rex Ray's bougainvillea looked like. Although I don't know if bougainvillea grows in San Francisco because it needs humidity. It needs warmth. The first time I ever saw it was in Grand Cayman on our honeymoon. I'm like, oh my gosh. And when we came home, my husband went to a local nursery and bought one. And I'm like, that's the flowers we saw in Grand Cayman. He's like, yep. And from then on, for many, many years straight, we had them. But now that we've gone a little bit to the beach more in the winter, for a length of a month or so at a time, we haven't had one, but he just bought one the other day. I'm like, you have a bougainvillea out here now on the deck? He's like, yep. And once this heat comes and the humidity kicks up, which it's been cool the last couple days in the morning. It's getting up to 80, but it's cooler and it's less humid. But I can't imagine it will last too much longer. We'll have to put this plant in the shade. There's no way it can. Although it is stronger and likes the humidity. But like in Grand Cayman, you have a sea breeze. We don't have a lake breeze. Hey, what happened to my other green? Did I bury it? I did. Oh well. Oh wow. I don't know, but I love this. It's a little different. It's kind of like getting away from the trademark Rex Ray look, but I do like this, and it might lend itself to our next project a tad. Okay. And I thought about this last night. The only thing I have not used tool-wise that I love on this entire project is Neocolor 2s. So that will be happening a lot next month. These could be any purple flower, really. All of a sudden, my table is wiggling or making noises. My table is haunted. Okay. I'm really kind of displaying these just like as if you pick up sticks. Pick them up and let them drop. Where they drop is where they want to be. I might put this under here though. This is intense. Sandy Hester's moving to England from Tennessee. They are changing their whole lives. Some of it is church reasons and some of it is art reasons. It's like, wow. That's a bold move. But I think she's connected to a lot of the Powell, Emily Powell, Melanie Chadwick, that group of artists, and they're all over there in that area, Eastern. Not, I wouldn't swear to it, but I'm not so sure she's not far from Gaynor Paddle. But I think Gaynor Paddle is a different type of artist. And her husband, I think, just retired. But their house in Tennessee was pretty on a lot of property. And this is what she's saying online. Now, I'm assuming it's true. I kind of think she's not telling a fib. But if their entire life revolves around art now, which I think it does, and good for her, do this while you can. Okay, that one's a little bit kind of, the blossom hasn't peeked out yet. Oh my gosh. Different, but I still love it. It's like Rex Ray Part 2, sort of. A little bit different. And I'm okay with that. I don't know if I have to explain myself. Or I don't know why I should feel like I have to explain myself, but it is a little different. But it's evolving. It's an evolving art form. It's an evolving journal thesis. And I thoroughly have enjoyed this. If I haven't already said that 150 times. And I have not ever gotten bored in this journal. This is one of the very few. I have not had a little time in the middle somewhere or towards the end of the middle where I'm not like, oh, another day. I always have fun by the time I'm done. But some days I don't have the mojo. And in my opinion, that has not happened in this journal. I've not had a slow section. At all. And that is huge for me. Now this paper has blue. This was purple made with blue and red. So there's blue and red showing up in places more prominent than the mixture of purple. But it gives it character. And nature is not solid colors. Between my bumpy table and my squeaky chair. How do y'all put up with me? My stomach growling half the time. All right, I need a little tiny dot. Here it is. I watched the Rex Ray video again that was on PBS, and I saw where he had like his matte medium mixture that he uses with his dots. He had like a tray of that glue mixture and tweezers and his little dots, and he would pick one up, dip it in the glue, dip it on the paper, just like this. I'm like, I need to figure that out because it gets all stuck to my hands. Okay, now, me saying that I haven't used my Neocolor 2s, I think I might do a little bit of green on here. Not get it wet. Just add a little bit more. Not the markers this time. The markers might be used for stems, though. And take back some of the white. And not perfectly on purpose, which lends to my skill level. Okay, let's see. Here's another green. Maybe I do want to get them wet. I have to be careful because this paper is not made for this. I'm just adding texture. Now, okay, here's lavender. Some of the places where there's a lot of red, I might back it off a little bit with purple. Same for blue. And really and truly, these are magenta. So, oh, there is a magenta Neocolor too. Okay. Carmine. Purple. But this is more of a magenta purple. Yeah, this is the color. I don't know how much of this is going to show up. Ooh, I could put veins in the petals. Oh. I'm wondering. I might add a little bit of orange to the center. Doesn't really show up. A little bit. You probably can't see it. I don't hate these. They're different. I wonder if this will show up. This is yellow, but I'm wondering if this will show up as a stem. It actually is picking up a layering effect, a transfer from underneath on the other side of the paper. Not on this side because there's nothing over here. I was going to use markers, but actually, on this black paper, I don't hate these. Should I have used more Neocolor 2s and on black? Perhaps. Next month. This is like an olive. Oh my goodness. I wasn't sure how this was going to work. It's a little different, but I do like it. Oh, wow. A lot. This is a little bit wet right there. Let's take some of that off. Okay. I think I'm done, and I think I really like that a lot. A lot. Wow. Sometimes you just got to go for it. Lesson for today. Just go for it, people. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, we start on a new project, I think. But first, we have to build a book. No lessons, no teaching, because I don't know what I'm doing, and I usually do what I do wrong. So, I don't teach at all. I just do what I do to have fun here. Therapeutically fun. As I talk to my dog every day, I align his chakras by giving him back rubs, and he demands it now. This is my aligning my chakras right here. My, what did I call that? Woo-woo art sessions? I don't know. Stop talking. So, thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. Bye. Do you know how long your eyelashes are? I never knew you had eyelashes that long. Please ignore the next door neighbor's trash cans. This is my car right here. And he is like 8 feet away from me. There was another one here. He's just eating the ivy as one does. Don't you eat my hydrangeas. Don't you eat my hydrangeas. Where'd your buddy go? You weren't the one that was here last night, because the one last night was super big. Whoa, I wish I could lift my leg like that. Hello. Ignore the chainsaw. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if we had another tree come down. Hello. What are you eating? Are you eating Frank's bushes? Nope, you can stay there. Just don't eat anything.